Alright guys, got a few people asking me what's the easiest and fastest way to bleed the system on these LSA setups when you're using that filler neck right there. It's off, you can get that filler neck off of CTSVs, ZL1s, or like the Cobalt SS. Anyways, I'm going to show you how to do this. Easy, it's quick. It's not fancy, that's for sure, but it gets the job done really quick and really easy. So I'm going to show you my little contraption here. Alright, so here's the thing I use here. As you can see, it's a heater hose, 3/4 inch heater hose that I just clamped onto a funnel here, and this sucker here is gonna go right in there. We're gonna take the cap off, and the reason why it's a 3/4 inch hose is because it fits really tight when I take it out. So I'm gonna unscrew this guy here. I'm gonna stuff this guy in here. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got it stuffed in there. As you can see, it's stuffed right down to like there. It's nice and tight. And now what we're going to do is start the engine up so that the intercooler starts to run and circulate the water. And what we're going to do is fill the water in through here. And what this is doing, it's forcing the air out by ways of gravity. So as you fill it in there, you're going to notice that air bubbles continuously, start to arise out of the funnel there. So what that's doing is getting rid of the air, believe it or not, and that's probably the easiest and fastest way to do this without a machine. I did this because obviously my hose isn't long enough. I'm just doing it for, as an example. I don't have to do this because I do have an ice box. With an ice box, this is not required. But when you don't have an ice box and that's all you have and it's a sealed system, this is your best way to get the air out of the heat exchanger and that brick that's underneath that that lid. But that's just the way I did it. So if you get a longer, 3/4 inch hose, you can get it up to about your hood latch here and just zip tie it. But of course I got this long old thing of zip ties here because my hose isn't long enough. Again, this is just for a demonstration on how to bleed the air out, and just let the car idle. Once you stop seeing the bubbles pop out of here, you're pretty much done. You don't have to rev it up or anything like that. Just let the car idle, let it get warm, let it get up to temp, and once you start seeing no air bubbles coming out of there anymore, you can go ahead and just clamp it here down, clamp it here somewhere, just so you don't pour water all over your engine, and just pop it out and put the cap back on there. So what you're going to do is just pop it out like that. Some water will pop out with the engine running, okay? The engine has to be running or else it's going to pour the water right out. You're going to screw it on just like that. And that's it, boys and girls. That's the easiest, most effective way to bleed the air out of your heat exchanger on these LSA setups when you're using that neck there. If you have any questions, comment below.